This presentation is an assignment for Management 615 Strategic Planning course with American Military University in pursuit of a master's degree in organizational leadership. This presentation discusses domestic engineering as an organization and two strategic planning concepts, goal setting and plan execution, thus articulating that personal and professional organizations can benefit from strategic planning management. Domestic engineering is not often thought of as a business organization, as it is usually considered just part of everyday living. However, the dynamics of managing a household does have all the similar elements of a business organization: human resources, finances, real estate, planning, partnerships, community, logistics, customers, to name a few. An introspective look at this organization showcases that this lesson application of strategic planning applies to both professional organization and personal aspects of life. Here's a quick overview of the presentation topics. We will start by giving an operational overview for a domestic engineering organization. Then we will discuss two key strategic concepts, which is goal development and plan execution, and then provide some concluding remarks. And the last couple of slides contain the references used for this learning assignment. A domestic engineering operation will go through life phases just like that of a professional organization's life cycle, from like infancy, maturity, your young adulthood, middle age, geriatrics. All through those times, you evolve and learn and grow as people. And you also, if you have a household, it changes when you have kids, when you have parents that may have to move in. All of those are dynamics, and it helps in the planning process. Because if an organization's failed to plan, they will no longer serve a purpose or have the generational growth to leave any legacy in the world's future life cycle continuum. Thus, strategic planning for a household, aka a domestic engineering organization, is just as essential as it is for corporate business world. The following slide will articulate the dynamics of a domestic engineering operation to showcase the correlation to that of a professional business organization. So domestic engineering organization operations have just the same things as a professional business. We have human resources, the people that live in the household, the marriage, whether you have pets, they're not humans, but they are resources in the house that kind of help with um, morale and welfare. And then you have your community, your family, your neighborships. Um, you have to do morale and welfare. You do development of personal, professional within there so that you can get to different goals in life. And then you have employee benefits. Like when you go to work, you're going to have to sign up for benefits for healthcare and all that. But being a part of that household, you get those benefits of that person working and giving that. And then asset management, you can have properties, a house, or you can be renting. That's the same thing that companies do with their operations. They're either renting or they build or they buy. Households do the same kind of thing. And then customer focus is those people in the household, your communities, your spouses, your pets, your immediate family that contribute to the household. And then you have the logistics, the suppliers that provide all of those utilities and um, entertainment equities. And then accounting does all of the budgeting and making sure that the household has the assets needed to take care of them or take care of whatever the household needs, and can do a profit loss evaluation. You do your taxes. And then services, you have to have food, you have to go to the grocery store, your entertainment, recreation. These are things that professional organizations have too. And then legal and environmental. We have to pay our taxes. We are bound by marriage, maybe. Homeowners associations. You have to make sure that your house or your domestic organization is adhering to the different community requirements. And then recycle, insurance, all those things that you need when you own vehicles or houses, uh, etc. All of those things. So that's why being able to show the organization and operational overview kind of helps you understand why strategic planning is important even in domestic engineering organizations. Now that we kind of showed why domestic engineering can be viewed as an organization, um, it's important to articulate within the strategic plan of a domestic is its mission, vision, and values. Of importance to this is the vision, as the plan without a clear vision allows those a part of the organization the ability to align goals to execute the plan and live a life with strategic thinking. With the mission, vision, and values defined here, we can now evaluate the two core concepts in strategic planning, goal setting, and plan execution. So if you look up in the mission and vision and values, the mission is like when you get married and you have vows, you will see that that's kind of what the mission is to grow and learn, to live a life together. It's for better, for worse, for richer, for poorer, it's sickness and in health, and to love and to cherish till death do us part. The one thing they don't tell you is you need to talk about what does that mean to each other, because everybody has a different view on what that means to them. And then so the vision is what one I want to key in on, because that's really what goes into the goal setting and plan execution of the current domestic engineering organization that we were told to look into, that we're part of, and that's my household. So the vision is to be able to enjoy the life we live at the current standard of living for now in the future. So we have to set goals and be able to execute the plan so that throughout our life cycle we can live that life that we want. In this learning evolution of the strategic planning core concepts within the domestic engineering organization study, like two-thirds of Americas, the financial planning goals of the household organization could use improvement, which aids in the discussion of why these two concepts uh, are valuable to the domestic engineer organization and how to apply them to the organization. If the vision of this organization is to succeed, short and long-term goals, especially in financial health and retirement planning, are necessary. We, our human nature is to only take care of what the need is now and not look into the future. However, if applying strategic planning to a domestic engineer organization, we can look into the future and evaluate inflation rates, what our product needs do, adjust investments and savings to kind of make sure that we're hitting those goals to keep the standard of living that we want for now and into retirement, and then what that looks like when we do die, and where those assets will get distributed. The financial goals in this organization may entail job searching or career advancement goals, investing in retirement, saving for unplanned expenses, getting insurance policies, and preparing legal documents. The plan execution includes adjusting and reviewing those goals on on a timely basis to determine if the domestic engineering organizational strategy needs revision, because you never know. Life throws you all those circumstances that you may have to dip into your savings, and so you might have to work longer and retire later. You have other commitments that need to be taken care of now, but you still have to look at what is your long-term goals, because you can say no to certain things to make sure that you're um, hitting on your goals and then executing the plan appropriately to make sure that the vision of your organization stays the course. Here I leave you with final thoughts from these quotes. Organizations, whether business or domestic engineering, personal, household, having a clear vision helps articulate a strategic plan that can help grow the confidence of the invested entities and power the organization throughout multiple generations. Thanks for taking the time to listen and review this project. The following two slides contain the reference listing used for the project.